right, which came out of Europe, right? It says Interpol, whose full name, this is from Wikipedia, the Free Encyclopedia, and yes, there is valuable sources in this Wikipedia, all right? Just because people can insert shit, that doesn't mean nothing. You know, you still have, you gotta know how to pick out the bones from the meat.
That's it.
It says Interpol, whose full name is the International Criminal Police Organization. Interpol is an organization facilitating international police cooperation. It was established as the International Criminal Police Commission in 1923, right, and adopted its telegraphic address as its common name in 1956. Its membership of 188 countries provides finance of around $59 million through annual contributions. The organization's headquarters are in Lyon, France. It is the second largest intergovernmental organization after the United Nations, because they're all in cahoots one with another. Matter of fact, brother, please give me the book of Revelation, the 16th chapter, and then we're going to go back and see what else we can dig out of this. Revelation, the 16th chapter, because the one world order, or this new world order that's going to fail, they have to have certain people out there to make it happen, so to speak. And the people that they got out there to make it happen is the army, the police force, the military, which is the army, and you also have religious, political, which is that democracy. The religious is the Roman Catholic Church. So they're trying to use all these resources that they have to pull the whole world together as one. That's right in the scriptures. That's biblical. But let's go ahead, brother. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 12.
Okay. Revelation chapter 16, verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates.
Right, and the sixth angel is basically the last trumpet, so to speak, before the seventh trump, which the seventh trump represent the nuclear destruction. And it says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, because everything is centered around the great river Euphrates. Now remember that when you go back to the book of Genesis, the second chapter, it spoke about the four rivers, or should I say the four bodies of water that surrounded the Garden of Eden. And one of those rivers was the Euphrates River. Now notice that the Most High allowed the name of this particular river to stay as that name ever since going back to the beginning. Why? Because this particular river here, the Euphrates River, the Most High used that because that's going to be the last place where you're going to have the last final war, which the Lord calls Armageddon, which is also called around the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? So read that again.
All right. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Right, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Right? So now, before we read on, because there's so much. Matter of fact, we're going to read this, but then we're going to probably read it again later. Go ahead.
And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Right, the dragon is a Roman Empire, which today is America. All right, so America represents this dragon, which is the Roman Empire, the revival of the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And out of the mouth of the beast.
The mouth of the beast is NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, with all those different European countries attached to it. Go ahead.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
The false prophet is the Roman Catholic Church. So now all of these different entities that the Most High mentioned, go ahead.
For they are the spirits of devils.
They are the spirits, plural, of devils. They're the devil. The Most High already saying that he's showing you right there that they're the devil.
Straight up.
Go ahead.
Working miracles.
Right, because they go around the whole planet Earth, and the miracles that they're doing is they're going and saying that they're the Most High, that they're Yahushua, that they're the disciples, that they're the Israelites, going around with their military might, punking
peacekeeping forces that they have,
which is an oxymoron, peacekeeping force.
Right.
You know, it's go ahead.
For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world.
So these three entities, the Most High is using them to go around to all these different countries to gather them together. Go ahead.
To gather them to the battle of that great day of the power almighty.
So this Interpol, which is the international police basically, which is what they want to bring together, the One World Army and all that, that's all a part of this. Matter of fact, now since I mentioned the One World Army, this is an article called One World Army. This was posted 6/23, which is June 23rd, 2009. Now I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read the whole article. It's kind of short. Now we're gonna show you what the real deal is. It says, did you know that since 1961 the United States established into law an agenda to eliminate the United States Armed Forces, as well as the elimination of weapons of all kinds? Because that's what they want to do, right? There is an official document called the United States Code Books, found in any library, that was first signed by John F. Kennedy in 1961. So John F. Kennedy was the devil, man. You talking about, oh, we got a good president. John F. Kennedy was a good president. John F. Kennedy was a motherfucking devil. All right, John F. Kennedy was about as sincere and about as great as fucking Lord Rothschild. All right, that goddamn fucking John F. Kennedy, rat bastard. And every president since, and is updated every 8 to 10 years. All right, it says in volume. Here we go. In volume 9 of these books, on page 651, you will find Public Law 87-297. which calls for the United States to eliminate its armed forces. I certainly didn't know the United States code books were in existence. Did you? These books have put into law the government's plans to wipe out our sovereignty as a nation and turn all of our governmental affairs over to the United Nations. Because that's a top military superpower, so to speak, for lack of better words, on the planet. Then underneath the United Nations, which their headquarters is where? Right there on First Avenue in Manhattan, in New York, in America. So right under them is Interpol. So you got United Nations and you got Interpol. With no more army, no more navy, no more air force, and of course all citizens-owned guns will be banned. Title 22, United States Code, Section 257, subsection A. The New World Order has the United States public law to form a one world army. Congress is now allowing our military bases to be closed down, except for those which will be used by the World Army. And the reason why some of these are being closed down, because they're going to be used as places for internment camps. Concentration camps. All right, now, the ones that are open now, they're saying that this World Army is going to use it. That's why you got all these different armies here from different nations that are here in America and training here in America. What are they training for? They're training for this one world order. So this thing is real, man. This ain't no fairy tale. This ain't like you got these people using the term scaremongering. This ain't a scaremongering tactic. This is truth. This is all gonna happen. But you know what? They're gonna fail. It says the blueprint for the peace race, publication 7277. It is public knowledge that the Bush administration has proposed the creation of an immense UN military force in April 2004. The Bush proposal, named the Global Peace Operations Initiative, pledged some $600 million to train and equip roughly 75,000 foreign military personnel in peacekeeping and peace enforcement operations over a 5-year period. So it's going to go down here in this country, and don't be surprised, as they said, by the end of January of this year, 2010, that Obama's supposed to be bringing some of his troops over here to America in preparation for financial collapse. You got something?
Yeah, I got something here, and this is from the book Satan's Angels Exposed, and the author name is Salem Kerbin. All right, and this is page 149 of this book, and the title of this chapter is Illuminati Aim Creation of World Government. Okay. Now, a lot of people like to say that these authors speak prophetic. They got prophetic things about what's going on today, that they wrote these books, 1980, 1960. It's not that there is anything prophetic. It's prophetic for us because we know the scriptures. For them, they wrote this because they had the inside scoop. You know,
they was their own prophecies.
Right, because they knew of these plans and how long they've been in existence. dealing with the Illuminati and all that, and they just wrote about it, you know. But us, we're the ones who tied all this up with the Bible. You got niggas out there that try to say, oh, the Illuminati, we don't deal with that because that don't got nothing to do with the scriptures. Well, you a goddamn liar.
You're a goddamn
because
fool.
the Most High has set them up. Most High set both sides up.
Right, because the Lord basically gave us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to bring it out. And then you got other guys that taking the information that we give out there and acting like they come up with it. Like, don't get me wrong, we're not saying that, okay, you brothers gotta say, well, look, I got this little document here, I got it from this. No, we're not saying that. Right. But the Lord gave it to us, and we're giving it to you. You even got crackers out there, these televangelists and all that's using scriptures that have been brought out before myself was even in the truth.
That's right.
Back then. So this thing is close.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, brother. Anyway, this is page 149. The title of this chapter here is called Illuminati Aim Creation of World Government. And this is right beside where it says the subtitle, The Ultimate Aims of the Illuminati, right? It says, by the time a member had reached the grade of Illuminated Minerval, he learned the ultimate aims of the order. Number 1, abolition of all ordered government. Number 2, abolition of private property.
That's it. That you see that happening right now. They're trying to merge everything together. That's why they're passing all these different laws. That's why the dollar's collapsing. That's why the foreclosures are up so high. That's why they're trying to get the guns from people, because they're trying to bring in this one world order. They're trying to make that last hurrah, so to speak, to bring in that so-called one world order.
Number 3, abolition of inheritance. Number 4, abolition of patriotism. Number 5, abolition of all religion. Number 6, abolition of the family via abolition of marriage.
And mainly the abolition of the so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans family. Go ahead. And these are basically, most of these can all be found in executive orders that have been signed into office. Go ahead.
Number 7, creation of a world government.
And that's what they want to bring in: the world court, the world government, the one world religion, the one world currency. The one world order, Novus Ordo Seclorum.
I have another chapter here, and the title of this chapter is in the same book, Satan's Angels Exposed. It's called The Tragedy of Executive Order number 11921 on page 219, right? But I'm going to skip right here. It says, under these orders, federal agencies can control all food supply, control all money and credit, control all transportation. Control all transportation, control all communication, control all public utilities.
Right, and all the laws that you find written here in America, which are all written in Latin, they can be all found same type of laws back in the Roman Empire. Just like if they declared national emergency, right, in the so-called United States, there's a provision in law that says that you cannot bring this up, bring it up, so to speak, for 6 months. Now that goes back to the ancient Roman Empire under dictator. Whenever the dictator declared a national emergency, it could not be revoked for a 6-month period, or as long as that problem existed. So this is nothing but the Roman Empire all over again. And the Roman Empire failed miserably, and you crackers are going to fail miserably.
That's right. Now I got a little bit more.
Bring it out.
Let me skip down to here. It says, such actions in effect can allow a president so inclined to surrender the sovereignty of the United States and mold it into a one-world socialistic pattern. But there's more. Similar laws also allow the president to control or prohibit all CB radio transmission. And that's what the truckers use.
Yep.
Truckers use CB radio to communicate.
Right, that means all your cell phones and all your means of communication, the internet, all that's going to be all taken over by the government.
Confiscate excess and surplus real and personal property owned by private citizens.
They can take everything from you, and they could even put you in slavery. There's an executive order, I believe is 11,000, an executive order 11,000, I believe it is. That means that all you so-called Americans can be taken in to become slaves. All right, at their disposal. Go ahead.
Ration virtually the entire output of American industry.
And they show you that in these different movies, like the movie Outbreak.